But see, there's nothing supporting this up against the wall. It's right here where the first stringer is. Boom. Okay. Wow, I'm already formulating a thought process of replacing this top 4x12. I didn't really think I was going to have to initially, but that was before I got in here and got down and dirty starting to explain this. And I'm glad I'm explaining it to you, because as I'm explaining it to you, it's given me the ideas of what to do. You see that? I thought it was only going to go in about 3 inches. Good Lord. Boom. Oh, there's a joist hanger right there, but it just goes down further and further. And that's going to end up having to come out of there. And the funny thing was, when we first purchased this house, I was looking around and I didn't poke or anything, but I looked at this and I thought, you know what, when the guy does his home inspection or the termite inspector, those are two separate guys. They'll find the same thought that I'm thinking, that there's dry rot right here in this corner, and when the inspection came back, it was clean. They said, oh yeah, there's no dry rot anywhere at all. There's no dry rot. Look at this. You're gonna tell me that's not dry rot? Look at that. That's the end of that 4x12. Yeah, right. So, you know, he screwed up on that, didn't he? I should have taken my little scratch all around, but I didn't, because we were paying a professional inspector to come around. Oh yeah, everything's fine, no dry rot. Yeah, right. No dry rot, my booty. Look at all this dry rot. And when the inspector came through here, he didn't mention that he thought there might be something going on underneath the tile, and he didn't make an effort to get under here. Had he made an effort, he would have seen that there was no hole in this area. He would have seen that there was no hole in the other area for underneath this other existing deck. He could have made mention of that and said, hey, I can't inspect underneath the floor, and I really wanted to get under here where the stairs are and where those tiles, the tiles were right here, and they were slightly dipped down. And he could have went the extra mile and said something. Then we would have told the owner, hey, you know, you're going to have to gain us access through there. He would have had to pay someone to cut the hole on the other side. He would have had to cut this hole. We could have came in here. The inspector could have came in here. He could have seen all this damage and said, hey, you know what? You guys shouldn't buy this house for the price that you gave him. First off, this whole area has to be redone. And who knows how many thousands of dollars that's going to be. And that's going to have to be subtracted, reduce your overall price in the house should be reduced by X amount of thousands of dollars. $15,000, $10,000, $12,000, something like that. On and on it could have went, right? But because there was no access in this area, and because the inspector, the home inspector didn't catch it, you know, what kind of recourse do you have? That's something you'd have to talk to your realtor about, your closing escrow, insurance, your realtors, insurance, your previous homeowners, insurance, your homeowners, the previous homeowners, realtor, or whatever. Get down to the bottom of, try to work out, you know, some sort of details on what's going to happen. At this point, we bought the house, and so now, you know, look at all this stuff we have to redo. So we're in the process of going back to the owner, the previous owner, seeing, explaining to them, showing them pictures. And I'm taking pictures of this whole thing. In fact, we're doing the video too. I don't know if they're ever going to watch this video because it's going to be long. And they can come to realization to make it right. How can we make it right to Joe and his wife? How can we make it right? And hopefully it doesn't have to go beyond that. Hopefully it doesn't have to go through, okay, whose insurance is going to cover? Is the homeowner's insurance? Is the Is the homeowner's warranty going to do it? Is the escrow insurance going to do it? Is the insurance from the realtor going to do it? Are we going to have to go to small claims court? Are we going to have to go to real court? You know, all those things have to be put into position and thought about and discussed before doing anything, you know, silly or stupid. But we want to get this taken care of. We want to do it in a right, honest way. Okay, that's all we want, and that's what we're in the process of doing. In the meanwhile, we got to get this thing done. I mean, I could have hired a contractor to do it, but most of the stuff I can do on my own. And I'm showing you how to do it, and I'm showing you how not to get into the pitfalls that Joe got into. Okay, I mean, we could have asked for more things. We asked for the permit for the house, signed off permit, a set of plans that went to the building department. We wanted that. We wanted any permits that were taken out on the house. Yeah. Nobody got those to us. We shouldn't have closed escrow until we got all that stuff. And then you'd have plans for the house, and you could see everything. Was this included in the plans? How did they show how to build this? All that kind of good stuff, because nobody has stucco underneath here like this if it was part of building this house. Okay, this to me is all an add-on, so you have to look at the approved set of plans, and you can do that through escrow, and you can request, you can demand, however you want, that you want to see those prior to close of escrow, so you have a chance to review them, and you have a chance to go down to the building department. You want to see all that stuff. You want to see the activity on the property, all the permits that were taken out on the property, the plans, all that kind of stuff. And so that's what you can do. And when we went through the process, we never got that stuff before the end. And then it was time to close and everything, and we just, you know, it just closed, and we were never given all that stuff. We asked for it, we requested for it, we never got it. We thought we'd get it at the close of escrow. We didn't get it. So we went through with it, and now look what we got here. We should have never have done that. We should have said, hey, we're not closing. I don't care what you have to do. You have to give us the plans, you have to give us the permits, you have to do all that. And if it takes you a month, I don't care. We're not closing until we see all that stuff. Okay, now I'm raising my voice because I'm getting excited. Okay, so all these different things we could have done, we should have done, and now how do we get it rectified? And we're in the process of doing that right now. In the meanwhile, I'm making videos for you so that you can learn how to keep yourself out of that, and how to fix certain things like this, how to give you ideas when you're getting ready to sell your house. You know, maybe you should have, hey, here's a set of plans that were built on the house. Here were all the permits, all the activity at the building department. Here it is. Even if your house is 30 years old and you weren't the one who built the house, you can get records all the way back to day zero when the house was built. All the permits for the house, all the plans and permits for the room addition, for the kitchen remodel, for the bathroom remodel, for the deck enclosure, for the hot tub, for the hot water, the water heater replacement, for your air conditioner replacement, all that the county will have on record. You could have all that ready for the next owner, the next possible owner, and that way you'll know what sort of shape your house is in, and you'll know what stuff you should get, because hey, the possible owner that is looking at your house, they may request all this stuff from you, and then you don't want to get your hands caught in the cookie jar and find out there's all kinds of stuff wrong with your house that you didn't even know. And now the next person who wanted to buy your house, they're not going to buy the house now, and the next person after that is not going to buy the house, and then you're going to have to disclose it to every single new future buyer of the different types of things that are going on in your house. So do your due diligence when you're getting ready to sell your house, and then do your due diligence prior to purchasing a new home. Okay? Woo! Hey Joe, don't have a heart attack or anything, okay? Oh, I feel much better now. Got that out of my system. Now, I've already worked over here and I'm already kind of forming a game plan as to what sort of things I need to do as I slowly go around this area. You know, we've talked about all these different areas over here. That takes a lot of the stress off of me. And I know, you know, anything I get involved with, I know there's some way to get it fixed, and there's always two ways to do something. Okay? You can do it one way, you can do it Joe's way, you can do it another person's way, you know, the list goes on. So at this point now I have to clean this edge off. Get that all cleaned off. Cut the flooring back a little bit and kind of pick some of that stuff out behind the stucco, the stuff that was broken and stuff, the water damaged area, and then see how thick that floor is. Okay? Because that same thickness I want to continue on out this way. Okay, that's my next step.